Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gents, almost UX, and this is Battlefleet Gothic, Warhammer 40,000 by the channel The Temple Institute. Against the unfathomable horrors within the Eye of Terror. Oh, okay, the creation of the Slanesh created this region that is the Eye of Terror, that is a rift between, I guess, the world that is, normal world with chaos, I guess, the warp. Stands the might of the Imperial Navy. The greatest of the fleets have defied the ruinous powers time and time again, led by the legendary Battlefleet Gothic. Okay, so in this, the Eye of Terror, basically, which is a pretty volatile region of space, in which there are many planets and things, and there is a, chaos activity is ridiculously high. Basically at the battle, front lines, let's just say, this is front lines, I guess. Whatever, Imperial ships are fighting, this is the Battlefleet Gothic is the lead flagship ship, I guess. Yeah, it's alright, this is gonna be fun. I love this, right? This lore that, because of the Eldars, creation of Slanesh happened, and this created a whole rift that is, Eye of Terror, and now Imperium is fighting it, basically. That's always fun. Remember, we'll flag my and don't forget to like and subscribe, so I know which videos to react to more, I guess. Check out the Rick Sunday, there's a link in the description. Check out the cast of playlists like Warhammer 40k and others. And yeah, comment down if you want me to react to any specific channel or specific video. And yeah, let's watch it.
No one within the Imperium of Man lives a life free of the burden of responsibility. The High Lords of Terra must act in their duties with faith, strength, and resilience, and no less is expected from the lowliest scribe or penal laborer. The fate of 100 souls might be determined by the conviction of a single preacher. The fate of a battle might be decided by the actions of a single regiment. The fate of a world might rest in the determination of a single army. The fate of a sector, and perhaps the entire Imperium, might depend on a single fleet, one that, for millennia, has stood guard against all the enemies of mankind, and made famous the name Battlefleet Gothic. Like all Imperial battle fleets, Battlefleet Gothic is responsible for the protection of a single operational zone. In this case, the eponymous Gothic sector within the greater Segmentum Obscurus. Its ships must regularly patrol their sector, performing a variety of tasks. These most commonly include deterring pirates and raiders from attacking local merchant vessels, transporting Imperial Guard regiments to various war zones, providing orbital support, and accompanying Adeptus Mechanicus explorator fleets as they travel to the Imperial frontier. These and 100 other duties ensure the survival of the Imperium across the Gothic sector. To achieve this, Battlefleet Gothic is composed of between 50 and 75 cruisers and battleships, supplemented by dozens of squadrons of lighter escorts. The exact number of vessels within the Battlefleet has varied drastically across the centuries as the importance of the Gothic sector has waxed and waned. The presence of the Eye of Terror in the neighboring Cadian sector means that Battlefleet Gothic is rarely under strength, and the entire Segmentum exists in a state of constant readiness. Battlefleet.
So, Cadian sector is where the Eye of Terror is, right? And the Gothic sector is near that, but Gothic sector is kind of a volatile place, so this Battlefleet Gothic is basically constantly, I guess, patrolling that Gothic sector. But since Eye of Terror is literally closer, so this is literally the borderline, right, between the Eye of Terror and the other world. So they are constantly at guards, because from the Eye of Terror, any chaos forces could attack or something like that. Alright.
Battlefleet Gothic is normally split into detachments known as battle groups. These consist of 1 or 2 cruisers and a single escort squadron. Should a situation arise that a single battle group is ill-equipped to handle, additional battle groups will be called to reinforce. Only in the most dire circumstance will the entire battle group be assembled in a single formation. In addition to its warships, Battlefleet Gothic extends its command over thousands of transports, couriers, and system patrol vessels. A network of orbital platforms and space stations likewise fall under the authority of Battlefleet Gothic, most notably Port Maw, which serves as the fleet's designated headquarters. In ancient artificial world, Port Maw is one of the greatest harbors and anchorages of the Imperial Navy. It acts as a supply and mustering point for the entire sector, while its enormous starports service Imperial warships and house mothballed reserve fleets. Within the Segmentum Obscurus, it is second only to the fleet headquarters at Cypra Mundi. It was during
Whoa, damn, look at that. Okay, seriously, the universe is such big and vast that Imperium, or the forces of Imperium, probably acts like their own army, even though this battle fleet, basically, right? Because the sectors are probably too big to even travel, even if they use warp, right? So reinforcement, even if you ask of them, it would take time. So whenever any problem arises, this ports basically, and this entire sector, this battle fleet basically is their own army. They have to manage, make decisions and everything. Damn. So this basically gives us the glimpse of far future of our time too. Like if we become galactic, civilization, or even interstellar civilization, what kind of a thing and how warfare is going to be, achieved there, or how army is going to work, right? Like every single fleet and groups will be their own army in a way, because communication is going to be hard.
During Abaddon the Despoiler's 12th Black Crusade that Battlefleet Gothic earned its legendary status. Cut off from the rest of the Imperium by a catastrophic warp storm, the fleet was forced to fight alone, outnumbered and without hope of reprieve or reinforcement.
There you go.
For 21 years, it led the fanatical defense of the sector, fighting hundreds of battles against at least 8, and perhaps as many as 20, Chaos war fleets. Various xenoforces too plagued the sector, with Eldar, Orc, and sometimes human pirates attempting to take advantage of the unraveling situation.
That's a really high and mighty of Eldars, assholes. They are the reason Eye of Terror exists. They are the reason all the chaos is attacking, basically. They are the reason Battlefield Gothic has to be on guard constantly. They are the one who's attacking them, thinking, oh, they're easy pickings because chaos is attacking them. Why? Because we were asshole enough to create Slaanesh and create Eye of Terror to begin with. Orcs understand, Tyranids understand, but Eldars really? I mean, don't you have any code? What the fuck? I know it's a grim, grim, dark universe, but still.
Ancient weapons known as Blackstone fortresses were Abaddon's primary objective during the war, and he unleashed their hidden potential to decimate at first planets, and then entire star systems.
Damn.
Billions of Imperial citizens were killed, and only through immense sacrifice was Abaddon prevented from assembling the power of all 6 such fortresses known to exist. Finally, in the Battle of Gethsemane, Lord Admiral Cornelius von Ravensburg engaged a major Chaos fleet in a single decisive engagement. Victory here marked the turning point of the war, while the weakening warp storms allowed Imperial reinforcements to arrive and relieve the beleaguered defenders. It would take almost 800 years for Battlefleet Gothic and the rest of the sector to recover. The plans of Abaddon had been defeated, or perhaps only delayed.
Probably
With the 13th
delayed.
Black Crusade unleashed across the whole of the Imperium, the importance of Battlefleet Gothic is once more paramount. Fleets of a size not seen since the end of the last Great War have been assembled at Cypra Mundi in preparation for a great counterattack into the Cadian Gate. The warships of Battlefleet Gothic are among them, and together with Battlefleets Agrippina, Corona, Scaris, and even elements of Battlefleet Solar, are poised to strike back at the Despoiler and avenge the loss of Cadia. If any doubt the Imperium's—
But Solar, is that supposed to be from the Earth solar system, basically? What is happening, I guess, around, Holy Terra? I mean, is that just a religious place now where, bigger military strongholds are somewhere else? Or solar system is basically the biggest housing for everything, even the massive fleets and things? I don't know. To me, it kind of feels like, Holy Terra is just defended strongly because Emperor is there, but it might not necessarily be the area where it's most biggest militarized area, let's just say. I don't know how else to say that, because fights are happening in different places, like, you know, Eye of Terror and things like that.
Resolve, they need only look to a great monolith which stands 10 times the height of a man within the Chamber of Heroes in the Imperial Palace on Holy Terra itself. Enshrined on its surface are the names of every crewman, from those who served on the lowliest merchant ship to Lord Admiral Ravensburg himself. 800 years ago, this monument was unveiled, a means to commemorate heroes of the Imperium who fought against the greatest enemy of man the last time he dared war against the might of Battlefleet Gothic. The Templin Institute investigates.
Damn, so all this information, is this from the newer update that happened in 2017 or something, where people say Cadia falls and everything? That is kind of a newer thing, right? So this Eye of Terror thing and Battlefleet Gothic, is that part of the lore? I don't know. Yeah, but this is really interesting, right? I mean, in the lore that is so big and the names that are so many, right? Of the so much epic and big names, like lots of Primarchs and other basically Apedan and other people. You know, certain things like, you know, this kind of, you know, important things like battle fleets and things might go, I guess, you know, let's just say, you know, they just goes, you know, underwhelming. I don't know how to say that. Basically, you know, this is why I like channels like this. Like, you know, if I just start to see the whole Warhammer universe from the, you know, top of it, I'll know of the key things like Primarchs, this and that, all the key figures. I probably would never realize what Battlefleet Gothic is. That shows you that how deep and vast the lore of Warhammer is. I mean, the Battlefleet Gothic is pretty fucking important, and there is an entire, you know, backstory and importance behind that. But it's just about one sector, one particular thing, Eye of Terror, right? In the vast universe, that many things are happening. Alright people, that was Battlefleet Gothic Warhammer 40,000 by the channel The Templin Institute. If you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the reaction, there's a link in the description, check out the cast of place, check out the link cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.